Okay, we are back. This is the We Quit Booze Brothers, a podcast where we try to have honest, no fluff conversations about our various experiences of quitting alcohol. And with me, as always, is my brother Matt. Hello, Matt.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, everyone. Yes, we are here again. It's Sunday morning, and we have a bit of a Christmas special for you. Yeah, it's that time of the year. We've been through this many times on both sides of the fence. When we were in our drinking days, and now subsequently in our sober days. Hopefully, a really interesting topic today.
Yeah, suddenly just thought maybe we should be wearing Christmas hats or tinsel or
I
something.
did think about it, but I couldn't
Yeah,
find
yeah.
one.
Maybe it's best for everybody that we didn't. It's that time of year where it's office parties. The pubs look very inviting. A lot of the adverts are about booze. And look, there's no doubt that there is a link and an association with the holiday period and alcohol. I think it would be trite and misleading for us to try to suggest on a podcast like this that, well, it's not that's not what this is all about. And of course, it isn't what this is all about. But there's no denying that there is an association. And I think if you've been somebody that drinks, if you've been, particularly if you've been somebody that's susceptible to drinking a lot, the holiday period is a hall pass. It's a full on excuse. I mean, I remember once just going to my barber's, and as I sat down, he offered me a drink because it was that time of year. It suddenly becomes very acceptable to be drinking alcohol pretty much at any time, any hour, and
Yeah.
no one's going to say anything because that's what you do over the holiday. So I wanted to sort of start there and just say, look, we get it. We get it. We understand that this is a time where alcohol becomes more of it becomes more apparent. It's more of a thing than it is normally. However, this is just our advice. I think things you can do, that tools maybe that you can use to navigate your way through it. And the first thing is, like we always say, I think if you're really worried about it, I think I'd pull a plan together. I think I
Mm.
would have a plan, map out the days as they are coming, and think about things that you can fill your time with, that you can do. Try as much as you can to get ahead of it. I don't know what a lot of people work across the holidays. This is, emergency services and retail and all the rest of it. But for a lot of us, it's a period where the world kind of just gets quiet. Everybody's that's one of the lovely things about this time of year is you can sort of take some time off because everybody else is. And there's really just the most amazing time. It's as a non-drinker, it's just lovely. You get to go on nice walks, for example, on a Tuesday or random days where it's quiet, the shops are all shut, and there's families out and people are out, just enjoying being outside, enjoying those simple comforts. So build those things in, when you think about what you're going to be doing, and even maybe on the day, have the day planned out, almost hour by hour by hour, because I think boredom is your enemy. What's the phrase? The devil makes work for idle thumbs. And I think that's true. I think when you become, when suddenly you go, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm going to spend my time. I'm sort of, that's when your mind might turn. So um, I'll sort of stop there because I've got plenty more to say. But I think the first thing is just get a plan. Just plan it out almost hour by hour if you're really worried about it.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. And I still plan in a kind of subconscious way. Um, and I agree with Christmas Day. I think the reality is we've always put alcohol at the top. Often, I know I did. Christmas booze, great. The wheels come off. There's no barriers. But why not go and make yourself like an indulgent hot chocolate with cream and chocolate bits on the top? Why not put something else in that plan. I think that's what you mean as well, is like treat yourself, put things in that plan. So say, that in the afternoon, you're going to go and make some cookies or something, or have a treat. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the calories. It's Christmas. Just have a bit of what you fancy, but it doesn't have to be alcohol. And you know what? You can have a great time.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. I think you tend to associate the holidays with a bit of overindulgence and yada yada yada, which you can sort of naturally associate that with booze, but actually treat yourself to overindulge a little bit on chocolate. It's Christ,
Mm.
it's the holidays. No one's going to matter. And I think the other point that's worth mentioning is that we always talk about the secret to this is not to think about something that you're abstaining from or something that you're giving up, something that you're denying yourself with booze. What you're actually doing is you're giving yourself something incredible. When you drink, I think, almost everything becomes about that. You know, for me anyway, it's like, when's my next drink going to come? When am I going to next be drinking? That instead of like enjoying this incredibly unique opportunity to just down tools a little bit, spend some time with friends, family, or just quietly on your own, just to sort of, instead of enjoying all of those lovely things, you just make it all about alcohol. And alcohol, like it always does, takes over and it becomes the thing. And instead of enjoying a lovely, wonderful period of the year that I find it's a really good time to think about New Year. It's a great restart opportunity. It's a great time to think about, what do I want to do differently next year? It's just a really good period of time. And when you drink, you lose all of that. So if you can change the narrative in your mind a little bit from I'm losing, and I was thinking about it last night. Funnily enough, I went to see a football match again and driving home from London in the dark, and it's quite nice, you drive through these sort of London villages that have got, nice pubs in and things like that. And if you're not careful, you can fall into that trap of thinking, just momentarily, everyone else seems to be going out and having a few drinks and yada yada yada. But then I thought about it and I started to remember what the reality of that actually is, and that's another important point here, is that what you think alcohol represents is not the reality of what alcohol represents. When you have those pangs, when you have those moments of that would be nice, what your brain tries to convince you you're missing out on is not the reality. The reality is that as soon as that alcohol hits your system, things start to change, things start to get worse. And that feeling of the sort of emptiness in your, almost your inner system after you've had alcohol, and the next morning, and the tiredness, and it's if you do feel temptation, remember that the thing that you think you are missing is not the reality of what's actually going to happen. What's actually going to happen is, number one, you're going to be fucking pissed with yourself that you did it. You're going to be disappointed. You are going to feel shit because you're not just going to have one. That's not what's going to happen. And remember that. And I just think final point on this is, and maybe this is a bit of a random thing, but I love the holiday mornings, because you very often get, particularly in this part of the world, you get those lovely, crisp, cold, quiet mornings when you're up and there's really nothing to do. There's no work, there's no Zoom calls, there's no deadlines. It's just a lovely day ahead. And the feeling of just that sense of self pride because you didn't drink, the fact you're up, the fact you're enjoying it. And it's such a wholesome way to engage with the holidays, which alcohol just fucking ruins. So there you go.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And I think I just want to focus on three things just to kind of wrap up from my side. And the first one is, there is, I totally get you in the UK. The pubs are very inviting during the Christmas and festive period, and I'm sure it's the same all over the world. And you see the Hallmark movies and things like that, where they're like, yeah, let's go, and they have their glass of wine, there's decorations, it's beautiful. But you know what, you can still go to those places. I would say choose your best friend, choose that person who you can just talk to, whenever, like in your kitchen or on when you're walking down the street, that person who you really enjoy engaging with. Because most of the time you're not drinking with that person if they're the real friend you have, and say to them, I'd really like to go, just out for an hour or two. Would you come with me? I'm not drinking, but I'd really, love, let's just go and have a chat. And you can go and enjoy some of that Christmas or festive spirit, and not have the drink, and it's totally possible. The second thing I wanted to touch on is around the positiveness of what you just said, really. The mornings, you know many times when my kids were very young, and I stopped when they were relatively young, but I can remember being there at 6 in the morning with a bloody screwdriver in my hand, trying to build a Millennium Falcon out of Lego or something, and sweating, feeling awful. And all I was really thinking about was, God, the kids got up early. When can I go back to bed? It's Christmas, for fuck's sake, And then inevitably, I probably would have looked at my watch and gone, it's 7 a.m. I could probably get away with having a drink around 10. You're back into that vicious circle. When you are sober, you get up, and yeah, it's early. And yeah, you might have to faff around with some instructions trying to build a toy you've never even heard of. But you know what? It's all part of it. It's all part of the fun, and you can have that good day. And then you can get out in the morning. I've been running so many Christmas mornings. I don't go far. Go for a walk. Get out at like 8 in the morning, as you say, when it's crisp and dry, and you can go for that walk. It's beautiful. And the final thing I wanted to say positively is the great thing about being sober over the Christmas period is you don't have to do what so many others do, which is make those ridiculous um, resolutions. Because I think what are the resolutions that 99% of people make? I'm gonna cut down on the alcohol. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna get more money and all those sort of things. When you're sober, all those things come into play. You don't even have to think about them. You've got your resolution. You've done it.
Mm.
And you know what? You've made the biggest resolution of your life, and you're showing everyone that by being sober at Christmas. And trust me, I really love Christmas. And sorry we keep saying Christmas, it's just I'm used to it. I know it's a
Yeah.
festive period,
Yeah.
holiday period, the same thing. We all rumble,
Yeah.
but it really is a great time of the year.
Brilliant, brilliant, excellent. So I think in summary, then the notes that I've just made, that I think our advice would be, first of all, make a plan. That's what
Yeah.
we've said. That just
Be
think
a
ahead.
mental plan as well. You don't,
Yeah,
if you want
yeah,
to write it out, great. Well, you can just think about it and go, yeah, on the 24th, we're going here. I really just want to go for an hour. So I'm going to say that sort of thing.
yeah. So don't necessarily overburden yourself. And I think, with the plan, maybe just think about the times that are coming where you think you might be tempted, and just try and have a plan for those. Number two, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Have the piece of cake. Have the cookies. Do all of those things. Put your feet up. Read a book in the afternoon. Do whatever it is that you consider to be indulgent in your view, that you wouldn't necessarily normally do, you know, in the normal sort of course of the year, but you can do at this time of year. And I think the third one, which is sort of the all-encompassing one, is change the narrative. You're not giving up anything. You're not denying yourself anything. What you're doing is you're giving yourself everything. You're giving yourself an amazing opportunity to have an amazing time, feeling great about yourself. Like Matt said, I love that thing about, you don't need to make New Year's resolutions, because all the things that you would probably want to do, you're already there. If you quit drinking, you're going to lose weight, you're going to get more money, you're going to be better as a person. And, then you can just think about tweaking and becoming maybe an even better, making things even better than they are. So there they are. Good luck. Keep us posted. Stay in touch,
Yeah,
and if anybody's really struggling, just reach out through the channel. We normally can get back to you. We read every comment. We're really grateful for the comments. And if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, happy holidays. and I'm not sure if we'll do another one between now and then. Maybe
We,
we
we
will.
will be together at Christmas, so maybe we'll try and drop in and see how everyone's getting on, and do a quick video if we can over the festive period. So speaking of treating yourself, I have ordered an enormous pecan pie and a 40 slice brownie, which I should be picking up on the 24th. So we shall be treating ourselves definitely over the festive period.
That sounds amazing. Looking forward to it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. Help us out with comments, shares, all the rest of it. And until the next time, it's bye from me.
It's bye from me.
It's bye from him. Speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye for now.